and welcome to another video from Sorare Assist. On this channel we offer hints and tips on the Sorare players, especially those sought after budget options that everyone wants to know about. If you're new to this channel, then welcome. If you want regular Sorare hints and tips, then you're in the right place. So sit back and let me guide you through your Sorare world. With the recent announcement of the expansion pack, I've been trying to scout some of these tournaments for some players, obviously players that are on Sorare and the teams that are on Sorare. So I am doing a series of a few videos to suggest some players in those tournaments, and this is one of those such videos. So in this video I'm going to be looking at the CONCACAF Champions League, where there is a few American teams playing in that league, and I'm going to be suggesting some players for that tournament. Before we get into it, please remember to smash that like button below and share this video. It really helps support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel using the big red button below, and ping that notification bell to be the first to know about any new videos or budget players. If you have any questions or comments about this video or Sorare in general, please comment below and I will aim to reply to all comments. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below if you did wish to do that. Now that's out of the way, let's get into today's video. So as I say, today I'll be covering the CONCACAF Champions League. It is at the quarter-final stage though at the moment, so that is something to be aware of. But there is potentially three more games for your Sorare players to be competing in, which gives you obviously extra options to utilise them in the tournament. So there has been a couple of matches recently. The Portland one and the Columbus one was earlier this morning. 1-1 draw for Portland and a 2-2 draw for Columbus. Now another team I was going to scout on this video was Atalanta, but they actually got beat 3-0 a few days ago by Philadelphia Union, which was a fantastic score for the Philadelphia Union there. They are due to go away to Atlanta still, but I think with that 3-0 scoreline, they are looking likely to get to the semi-finals. Maybe a bit of a tougher ask of these other two teams though, Portland and Columbus, because none of the American teams are really the odds-on favourites or anything like that. But I think they've still got a good chance of potentially making it to a final, these American teams, because they are improving every year, the American League in general. Okay then, let's get stuck into the first player. Just to make you aware as well that I'm recording this video just to get it out as soon as I can, because the next matches for this tournament is on the 5th of May. Okay, so I wanted to get this out as soon as possible, just so you've got the extra options there if you did want to purchase these players, or if you was looking to purchase these players anyway. And obviously if they've got potentially more games, that's maybe an extra incentive to buy them. Okay then, let's get stuck into it. And the first player I've got is for Philadelphia, and that is Kacper Przybiko. He's 28 and he's a forward for the Philadelphia Union. Showing fantastic numbers there. He is quite a high price at the moment, but he is a really good player, as you can see there from his scores. So what I'll be doing is I'll also be showing you the stats from the CONCACAF Champions League for these players as well, just to see how many games they've played and scored and that sort of thing. So as you can see, he's started 3 games and he's actually scored 4 goals. He's also got an assist as well. So he's having a fantastic tournament in the Champions League there. So he looks a really good option for this tournament, and obviously for the MLS as well. Next up, we've got Diego Valeri, who plays for Portland, midfielder. He is 34, but is still the main man, one of the main men for Portland, and is consistently getting good scores as well. As you can see here, this is the sort of thing we want to see in this price graph on Sorare data, showing fantastic numbers there. In terms of the CONCACAF Champions League, he's started 3 games, scored 1 and also assisted 1, and he's having a fantastic 4.3 shots per game. So another very, very viable option. Next up for Columbus, we've got Gyasi Zardes, 29-year-old forward. Price is pretty good really for a player of this calibre. If we look at his scores, he's capable of these fantastic scores. He's had a couple of quiet games in the first couple of MLS matches, but in terms of the Champions League, he's played 2 and scored 2, and he's actually had 2.5 shots per game. I do expect him to have a good season in the MLS as well. So if we go back to last season, as you can see here, he was banging in the goals and also got an assist as well at the tail end of last season. So another very good option there if you are interested in getting a player for the CONCACAF Champions League. Next up for Columbus is Jonathan Mensah, this time a defender, and he's had a fantastic last 5 games. Look, really high score for the last 5 average, and he is looking really, really impressive. Showing fantastic scores as well here consistently, so looking a really good option. He's played 1 game in the CONCACAF Champions League. He's also scored 1 goal as well in that 1 game. This is probably because in that first game he's actually had 2 shots on target, which is fantastic. So he did actually score there in the 4-0 victory in the CONCACAF Champions League game that he did play. I think he's potentially been out with a couple of injuries, but I believe he is fully fit now. So he is another viable option, and I do expect him to start in this tournament. A lot of the MLS teams do seem to be fielding first team squads in these CONCACAF Champions League. It does look like it's an important tournament to them. So next up for Philadelphia, we have got Jack Elliott, who's a defender, only 25. You can see his good scores there. Consistent good scores as well when he is playing. He is expected to start most of the games, though, is Jack Elliott, and he looks another really good option there for the Philadelphia team. He's played 3 games in the CONCACAF Champions League, which I believe is all the games this year, and he's had 1 shot per game, and is just looking really, really on form at the moment. So he has done well in the 2 games he's played there. And also the recent game as well against Atlanta, which was that 3-0 victory against them, which was a brilliant result for Philadelphia Union. So another very good option there. Next up for Columbus is midfielder Lucas Zelarayan. Only 28, fantastic option again, shown really good numbers recently in the last 15 and the last 5. As you can see, is looking really, really solid, especially recently. As you can see, this price graph is a bit like the Bitcoin price graph at the minute. It's going up, or the Ethereum one, in fact. The Ethereum is doing even better than the Bitcoin. But as you can see, the price is going, his score's going up there. He's showing brilliant consistency. He's also doing well in the CONCACAF Champions League, and he's played 3 games, scored 1 and also assisted 2 goals. He's having a fantastic 4.3 key passes per game. It looks fantastic option for your MLS side and for this particular tournament. So last up today is Kai Wagner, 24-year-old defender of Philadelphia Union. Again, really, really good scores. 69 in the last 5 average, which is brilliant. And as you can see, he's had a couple of hundreds recently as well. So another really, really, really good option. He's played all 3 games this year in the CONCACAF Champions League, and he's really showing some key passes and good pass rate there. He's just generally on form really for the Philadelphia Union. He's getting a lot of interceptions and tackles, as you can see here, 2.7 and 2.0 tackles per game, which is really, really good. So does look another fantastic option for this particular tournament. And all these players are also good for the MLS as well, of course. These are not just good for this particular tournament. I've made sure that I've picked players that are consistently good for their club sides as well, for the MLS side as well. So these are really, really good options. So it's a fairly open tournament. I don't think there's any clear favourites in this tournament, so some of the MLS teams could get to the final, looks more than likely as well, especially if Portland do get through and Philadelphia look like they're through. That's going to be obviously the MLS matchup there. Toronto looks like they're out there, that's why I've not really rated them. And Columbus are still in with a chance, 2-2 there, as you can see, away to Monterrey. So it looks like they've got a good chance of going through as well. So that is something to consider. But if you did want to get involved, then this is just an extra option for your players to be utilised in these tournaments. If you have any thoughts on today's video, then drop them down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel by smashing the subscribe button below. Don't forget to ping that notification bell as well to be the first to be informed about any new videos. You can also follow us on Twitter. It's just at Sorare Assist, which is the handle. And if you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is of course a link in the description below if you did wish to do that. Oh, okay. I'll hopefully see you again on the next video. See you soon.